Welcome to the 7th episode of our comprehensive Scrum series. In this episode, we're about to explore the intricacies of properly implementing Scrum. We'll be navigating every aspect that can either make or break your Scrum journey. So, let's get started. In this first section, we'll delve into the elements that make the process of implementing Scrum a dynamic interplay of challenge and simplicity. Scrum's implementation can be perceived as simple and challenging at the same time. Being aware of the dichotomy between both of these aspects makes the implementation process considerably easier. Scrum is excessively simple to implement, according to the reasoning that follows. Clarity. Scrum is made easy to comprehend by the framework's clearly stated principles and key components. Thus, it is less complex to make use of the framework in reality when it is properly understood. Flexibility. Due to Scrum's flexibility and adaptability, teams can customize the framework to fit their particular circumstances. By aligning with their organizational needs, teams can make Scrum's implementation less disruptive, conflict-free, and much more smoother. Minimalism. Without requiring complex procedures, workflows, or standards, Scrum focuses on producing value while handling work effectively. This lessens complexity and eliminates pointless complications, bringing the implementation process into focus. Evolution. The fundamental principles and components may be put into practice straight away, and as feedback and experience are gathered, the framework can be sharpened and upgraded over time. This greatly decreases the project's complexity and makes it easier for teams to implement the framework. Autonomy. Teams are empowered to take complete ownership of the project and have the authority to fully make decisions on it. This streamlines decision-making process, reducing the reliance of the implementation journey on external parties. Alignment. Scrum allows for alignment of all parties involved by making the outcomes visible and transparent. This prevents unrealistic expectations from arising during the implementation phase, which reduces confusion, frustration, and discouragement. Evaluation. The iterative nature of Scrum allows for relatively quick assessments. The short delivery cycles make it easier to evaluate the implementation's efficacy and gauge its influence on the overall project success. Still, there are a number of reasons why implementing Scrum might be challenging. Mindset shift. Scrum calls for a mindset reset and a break from conventional command and control project management techniques. It places a strong emphasis on team empowerment, collaborative decision-making, and collective accountability. So, abandoning traditional work dynamics when implementing the framework may be challenging. Different accountabilities. Distinct roles along with accountabilities are set up by Scrum. A profound understanding of each role is necessary to perform every role to the best of one's ability. Nonetheless, a lack of understanding might lead to a team's inefficiency, confusion, and disagreements. Thus, the efficacy of the implementation may be negatively impacted. Empiricism. Scrum capitalizes on transparency, inspection, and adaptation to regulate the value delivery process. It may be a challenge for organizations and individuals to refrain from using proactive planning and predictive techniques to guide the implementation process. collaboration, effective cooperation, and teamwork are essential to Scrum. It takes time and effort to create a culture of trust, openness, and goodwill. Consequently, it might be difficult to get past constraints, like separate silos or competing dynamics, which may impede the overall implementation process. Ongoing improvement. It may become difficult to consistently reflect on teams' work and practices over time, due to some factors, such as insufficient time and resources, or ineffective retrospectives. The framework's adoption may subsequently be hampered by difficulties that the team failed to identify. Organizational support. The team's commitment and dedication are not the only factors that determine how well Scrum operates. Lack of organizational support may prevent the framework from being successfully adopted. However, building an organization-wide environment that supports Scrum may sometimes be difficult. In the next section of this video, we're about to delve into the vital topic of pitfalls and traps to avoid during the implementation of Scrum. If teams and organizations wish to successfully implement Scrum, they need to be aware of and avoid a few common mistakes. Insufficient understanding. Problems may arise while adopting Scrum without adequate comprehension of the framework. To guarantee that everyone involved has a thorough grasp of Scrum concepts and how to apply them effectively, it is of the utmost importance that they get proper education and training. Neglecting Scrum values. Scrum values have a significant influence on how the team behaves, thinks, and collaborates. Neglecting them is capable of resulting in weakened commitment, poor team cohesiveness, and an unstable foundation. In order to foster an atmosphere that is supportive of success, cooperation, continuous learning, teams must actively embrace and defend these values. Lack of customization. An excessively rigorous adherence to Scrum standards might lead to conflicting goals, corrupt ownership, and decreased productivity. To maximize the advantages of Scrum and achieve effective results, the framework must be customized to the team's particular environment, organizational requirements, and project objectives. Role confusion. Overlapping duties, or an unclear line of authority for making decisions, might result from role confusion. Therefore, roles must be distinctly defined to avoid delays, uncertainty, or competing interests that may follow from role confusion. Overlooking Scrum events. The beneficial aspects of the Scrum framework can be jeopardized by disregarding its events. Skipping them might keep the team from resolving proactively problems and improving continuously their practices. That's why it is crucial to respect and actively engage in them. Poor product backlog management. The sole source of work to be performed during sprints is the product backlog. Ineffective management may end up resulting in confusion, misinterpretation, and a lack of focus in the development process. So, to provide a set of work items that are consistent with stakeholders' expectations and support successful project execution, it is crucial to put time and attention into maintaining and grooming the product backlog efficiently. Limited stakeholders' involvement. An inability to incorporate stakeholders' feedback, insights, and knowledge conflicts with Scrum's customer-driven nature. Misalignments between the stakeholders and the Scrum team are more likely to occur when stakeholders are not sufficiently involved. To avoid that the delivered product increments fall short of stakeholders' expectations, the Scrum team must proactively involve them throughout the development process. Inadequate estimation. A lack of proper work estimation can result in undue stress, lowered standards, and incomplete deliveries. Because of this, it is crucial that the Scrum team take the time and make the effort to accurately estimate work, since doing so lays the groundwork for reliable decision-making, effective coordination, and high-quality deliveries. Poor oversight. Setting shared goals, creating a consensus on expectations, and guiding the Scrum team become difficult without proper oversight. To ensure the success of the Scrum framework and allow the Scrum team to deliver value effectively and steadily, it is essential to have efficient monitoring and solid oversight in place. Unsustainable technical mastery. A lack of technical excellence may result in building up technical debt, which might compromise the quality of the final product and impede the continuous value delivery process. Good engineering procedures allow the team to provide high-quality product increments, keep delivery pace sustainable, and lessen technical vulnerabilities. Absence of continuous learning. Lack of ongoing learning in Scrum can result in stagnation, a loss in motivation, and a limited capacity for professional growth. By adopting an attitude of continuous learning, Scrum teams can maintain their competitiveness, maximize their potential, and enhance their ability to innovate. Let's reflect briefly on the valuable insights we've gained. We've explored the intriguing duality of Scrum's implementation, how its simplicity can coexist with challenging aspects that require careful navigation. We have also uncovered the traps and pitfalls that organizations must avoid to successfully deploy the Scrum framework.